know someone who loves their job but hate going to work. They sing the "Thank God It's Friday, oh Lord, it's Monday blues." Why is that? A 2019 Gallup poll showed that 85% of people hate their jobs. Only 15% are happy at work. I was an 85%er. I sang the Friday, Sunday, Monday song for almost 2 years when I worked in the housing industry. I absolutely loved my job for many reasons. I grew up in housing, so I love being able to give back. I love my residents, and I love being in a position to make sure that people had a safe and decent place to live. So, if the mission was right and the purpose was admirable and I loved my job, why did I hate going to work? It baffled me that I would wish my life away, hurrying the week to get to Friday. Where was the disconnect? And what was I missing? Well, I was determined to find the key to unlock this mystery, and I thought I knew exactly where to start in my search for whodunit since I hated the person I reported to. Okay. When referring to people, hate is a strong word. I did not hate my boss. I didn't see or interact with him every day, and my feeling of dread lasted long after he left. So maybe he wasn't the sole reason I carried the Friday, Monday melody. Upon further observation, I realized that what I hated was what was going on around me at work. There was this culture culprit that made the tension in the air thick and the mood uncomfortable. The mere thought of going to work made me feel heavy. We were in there walking on empty and at a breaking point. We were so stressed out that we checked out. I mean, imagine a company full of hollowed bodies walking on egg-shelled floors. I worked in several industries throughout my career and found that this was not the only place where I loved my job but hated going to work. And as I began to unpack the issues in unrelated industries, I searched for the evildoer poisoning the company culture. Who was this culture culprit? And where was the disconnect? Was it Lazy Linda, the lady that drags herself into work every day, walking like she's already worked a full shift, but leaves at 5 like she's running late? I mean, Linda used to be sharp, but now she only does the bare minimum and can barely keep up. Her boss wants to get rid of her, but he knows that she lost her son. And he heard that she was taking care of her grandbaby because her daughter was addicted to pain medication. Maybe the culture culprit is gossiping Greta. That girl will take a rumor and spread it from one end of the company all the way to the other. Her and her productivity-killing crew will lap someone's business around the business like they're running a race. You know, Greta is the one that coined Lazy Linda, even though she knew Linda had distractions that was taking her focus off work. Perhaps the culture culprit is disgruntled Donnie. Yeah. Donnie is just mad. You ever seen someone who's just mad? It doesn't matter how bright the sun is shining or how great the day is going, they will find a reason to be negative. But Donnie did not used to be this way. Donnie was the most upbeat and positive person that you could ever meet. He was employee of the month. He used to bring donuts and coffee and talk to everybody, but now, he's just mad. It's probably when Greta got a hold to him and said, I heard Linda was up for the same promotion that you're up for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when she gets it, she's not going to help you. She already gets paid more than you. You didn't know? No wonder Donnie is running around carrying the Friday, Monday melody. Have we ever wondered why people show up the way they do? It's so easy to just see a person's behavior and slap a label on them without considering that there may be more going on than the obvious. Have you ever wondered why, the good people always leave and then the bad people are comfortable to stay? The simple truth is, there's no one sole person that is responsible for creating an unhealthy workplace culture. There's no two company cultures that's the same, and there's no one sole reason that a person may hate their job. So with that thought, I stopped searching for who to blame and started searching for what clues would lead me to the culture culprit. So I went into detective mode. What would Colombo do? You remember Colombo, the 1970s TV drama series where the scruffy character, Detective Lieutenant Colombo, had a natural curiosity that frustrated his suspects, especially when he said, just one more thing, right before leaving the room. That statement always took the investigation a little deeper. Imagine you were the detective assigned to the case of the culture culprit, the mystery of the disconnect. Now that you are on the case, you start snooping around. And you come across your first clue found in leadership. There you hear words and phrases like subordinate or they think they're better than us. I think we can learn a lot from the CEO of Hilton Hotels. Hilton was listed as the #1 greatest place to work over the last couple years. 93% of more than 400,000 people said it's a great place to work. And the CEO attributed its success to their team members being the backbone and driving force of the workplace culture. Does your leaders in your organization consider team members as the backbone and driving force of the organization? Workplace culture? Now that you're paying more attention, you come across your second clue, found in diversity, equity, and inclusion. But instead, you hear employees saying things like division, unfair, and exclusion when they describe the company culture. Now that you're in there, paying attention, you feel some racial tension. And there's this strong stench of favoritism and cliques. And you notice that instead of people coming together, everyone just seems to be doing their own thing. Just one more thing. Now that you persist, you come across your third clue found in internal customer service. Now you know that this is a place where workplace relationships are fostered. But instead, you notice that there are departments that seem more like miniature companies within the company, each feeling that it is the most important department in the entire organization. Yet there's this cocky tone when you hear stuff like, the company can't function without us, or such and such department sucks, or my favorite, we handle the money. From this mindset, silos are formed, and everyone tends to stay within their own silos and treat everyone else as outsiders. Simon Sinek says that you have a right to love your job. He said it's not a privilege. He said you have a God-given right to love your job. And when you don't love your job, it's going to affect how you come into work, and it's going to affect how you treat people. You remember the golden rule? It says to treat people the way you want to be treated. And then the platinum rule came along and said to treat people the way they want to be treated. Well, as a training and development professional, I teach people to treat folks as if you'll need them tomorrow. Because if I know I need you tomorrow, I'm going to be good to you today. My triple platinum rule, along with internal customer service, is no more than coworker service. You practice that internally, and it prepares you for your external customers. You talk about your competitive advantage. Is your organization the number one greatest place to work? And if not, have you caught your culture culprit? Has your eyes been turning and your mind fluttering about the culture climate in your workplace? Has hearing the words and phrases, feeling the tension, seeing those silos and smelling the strong stench of favoritism and cliques left a bad taste in your mouth? Is this why people hate going to work? Was your culture culprit Linda or Greta or Donnie? Was it found in leadership, diversity, equity, and inclusion, or internal customer service? Once you find your culture culprit, what are you going to do? Tie him up and throw him in the closet or the basement? No, you have to devise a plan to reconnect your culture by making it a place where people not only love their job, but they also love coming to work. And if you don't know where to start, I tell you, start with 3 Ps. Pay attention. Persist in creating change and practice the behaviors that you want to see in your workplace if you no longer want to carry the Friday, Monday melody. Just one more thing. Surrender if one of the culture culprits is you. Thank you.